Yo, what's up, bro? It's Jesse Rican and Joe Habib, my co-host. Yo, Habib, yo, Habib, man. I joined $2.99 a month is nothing. Uh, Brian Pryor just paid for like 10 years of my subscription anyway, so because he lost 200 on the Fury versus Wilder fight with me. Um, B man, thank you for the platform. Uh, WWE deemed an essential business. What the who, what, where, why, when, how?
It's kind of funny because you're telling everyone else that they can't have any sports, NHL, NFL, NBA, all these other sports leagues are shut down, and even Dana White couldn't get his show up and running in California. But you got a guy, you got a governor in Florida that's a little bit lax to enforcing these guidelines. There's social distancing and stuff over there, but I don't know, man, because you got. I guess they're going down to the WWE Performance Center and they're taping the events and stuff. But you still got cameramen down there. You still got people, down there that are around the wrestlers. So there's still a risk for people to get the virus. And I think there was one wrestler. Just he had leukemia or something like that, and I think he had some type of procedure done.
Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns, that's correct, and he said he's not even going to wrestle. And these guys, they don't all sleep well. They've been on the road. Their bodies are beat up, so they're susceptible to getting sick too. So I just think it's kind of odd, man. I just think it's
Well,
kind of odd.
here, all right. Here's my thing too. Donald Trump and Vince McMahon are close friends. We know
Yep.
this for a fact.
Yep.
WrestleMania, Vince McMahon back campaign this. Is there a little political money done here? And then look, how is entertainment a freaking essential business?
Well,
Movies have been closed as far as essential, and I know there's a loophole through everything. And I mean, the most I can see it as is Vince promising, "Oh, I'm going to have like 10," but then again, that's still putting people at risk for the C-19 virus. This shit. I mean, it makes no sense. I mean, maybe there if it was during the Hulk Hogan days, I would have let it go. But this shit makes no sense to me.
yeah, I mean, you wouldn't think that it would be an essential business, but everything else closed down. And you know what? It's not even really the performance center is really not even a business. It's like a gym, if you think about it. So you're closing all the gyms down. So why is that gym left open? So D Style made a good point. He says it's a controllable environment, but I mean, there's a lot of things that are closed down right now that could still be a controlled environment. But even Dana White with his UFC event, the way that was going to be staged, that would have been a controllable environment. But again, you have a Republican governor down in the state of Florida. He is pretty close with Trump, and
Well,
actually,
Vince McMahon is close with Trump himself too, though.
yeah. So it's like they're all kind of connected a little bit. But not only that, like this governor's even opening up the beaches now down there, as long as people social distance. So the problem with that state is you have a lot of elderly people in that state, so you got to be careful in that regard. But I'm not sure, in comparison to the rest of the country, if they have as many cases as everyone else. So I don't think they're on the higher end of cases. But even still, you would not think that wrestling would be considered an essential business.
Well,
But te-
see, and
but
here's the thing. Can you hear me? Yeah.
yeah,
All right. Here's the thing. I do the front desk for my building. I do a commercial building.
correct.
There's a lot of people that want to go there that say they're deemed essential and they don't get permission to. You know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, my bad. I'm cutting you off.
No, no, good.
Um, so how? I mean, it just baffles my mind how WWE gets deemed essential when like one of my favorite movie. Well, not one of my favorite movies, but when a movie me and my son were looking forward to go seeing in the Heights is being postponed, then like what? I don't know. I don't understand how entertainment value gets deemed essential. Like I said, maybe if this was during the Hogan or the Attitude Era, then I'll feel different. But I don't. I mean, there has to be some backstage politics to this, no?
Well, it's kind of crazy because like liquor stores are essential, and I know you like to drink, so you're glad that they're essential.
They
But
sell water. They sell water.
come on, man, you can get water at the
It's
super.
true.
You get water.
Look, it's true. That
You,
maybe
you,
it's a loophole, but they sell water. It's true.
it's so funny because some people are saying, "Oh, well, the gun shops are closed down. You can't buy a gun right now, but you can buy liquor." You know, so it's kind of funny.
No, we're buying water.
Yeah. We should let D Style jump in on here. He's got a lot of good points here. Let's see
Go
if he
ahead.
wants. Let's see if he
He's
wants.
coming in.
See if he wants to.
Yo, I say next show Brian Pryor on, man.
Yeah, we got to put Brian on.
Shout out to Brian, bro. Yo, you had me and Brian dying at that rock. Yo,
The Rocky
that
thing.
I think that's your funniest moment, bro.
Yeah,
When you said the Rocky chick was the most supportive chick.
yeah, that's funny. Yeah, but I get Vince was up and running, and his business was deemed essential right from the beginning.
No, no, it
Like,
wasn't. No, that's false. It wasn't deemed essential from the beginning.
why he never stopped. He never stopped having shows.
Well,
He even did WrestleMania.
right, but that was an empty building, and then eventually it got to. I think it was just a week. But let's think about this. Vince owns the XFL,
Yeah,
and that went bankrupt, and he has to sell that, and that was doing pretty well ratings as far as I heard. So I don't. I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, what I just find it, you know, I feel like this is politics 101. Vince
yeah.
McMahon is good friends with the president,
You know what's
and
funny? You know what's funny? Not Dana White, but Bob Arum. He's gonna see if he could have fights down at the WWE Performance Center. He's trying to talk to ESPN about it, trying to talk to Vince McMahon about it.
I like it.
Isn't that crazy?
I like it.
Bob Arum was talking shit about Dana White, saying, "Oh, why would he want to put on shows?" See, Bob's always been a hypocrite, man. He'll always like,
If you can't
like
win, if you can't beat them, you got to join
yeah.
them,
Remember,
baby.
remember, remember back in the day when Bob used to put on his in-house fights. He'd have Cotto and Pacquiao, Margarito and Pacquiao.
Well, that was a great fight. Those are
He,
great fights,
he
though.
had Marquez and Pacquiao. Like he would have all his fighters fight each other, and then like he used to do all these in-house fights. But now he's complaining about PBC doing their in-house fights because they have when Bob had all the welterweights, it was okay for him to do it. But now PBC got all the welterweights, so now they're doing it, and he's bitching about it. Like Bob is a funny character, man.
I don't
I,
mind Bob.
I,
I
I
like.
love I love Bob. Don't get me wrong, but he's a fucking hypocrite, man.
Hey,
He's a fucking hypocrite.
bro, all the promoters are. All the promoters are. Remember when I told you about Paulie Malignaggi being my favorite personality?
Yes.
There was
Yeah.
an interview I did with Paulie where he was talking about Lou DiBella, and I kid you not, if we could get Paulie on this show, please ask him. He said that Jersey Shore was supposed to be his. It, MTV gave him that idea for him and his friends, and
Wow.
Lou DiBella said no to it. I I I remember this like um if we if we could please get that confirmed with Paulie, that'll make my day even better.
That'd be hilarious.
But I remember him saying this. I swear to God. And then he was saying, Lou did, and I just feel like every promoter is kind of a hypocrite. I mean, have you ever heard about one promoter with not a bad word said about them? I haven't.
No,
I
no,
haven't.
not one. They're like
You know,
lawyer. They're like lawyers in insurance companies. Everyone hates them.
it like I like battle rap. It's like about the owners and battle rappers too. Like every like there's or like wrestling. There's always going to be a couple of wrestlers that say something about bad about Vince. At the end of the day, it all comes back down to businessmen.
I,
Like
I think so.
you know, freaking But I consider Vince one of the best businessmen. I was watching Hogan versus Rock, which is my favorite wrestling match of all time. Again the other day, and I put props to Vince on what he's created. Um, now deemed essential like at a
Yeah,
time like this, I don't think it's the best move. You know.
you gotta give Vince credit though. I mean, I was talking to D Style earlier about this, and he was saying because it's taped, they probably only bring in like a few people. Like they could possibly only be bringing in the guys who are wrestling, and then like they would probably bring guys in pairs. Like the two guys are wrestling, they'll bring them in. Like
Yeah, but
and
a couple of people got tested for coronavirus though.
a couple wrestlers got coronavirus.
I think cameraman or something.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
I think so.
But I know Roman Reigns. He said I. He said I'm not wrestling. And there's a
And he
couple other.
shouldn't.
There was a
He
couple
should.
others. There's a couple others that were concerned too, and they didn't want to wrestle. But here's the good. Here's the point that I was watching. The press briefing today, the Donald Trump press briefings today, and I know everyone makes fun of those
Oh,
press.
you know what I want to see in the ring? Como versus Trump. That'll be good.
Yeah, but I know everyone. I know everyone makes fun of those press briefings, and they're saying that Trump's an idiot. Trump's this. Trump's that. But
Yeah.
but here's the thing. Dr. Fauci made a great point. He goes, okay, yeah, you can test somebody today, but that doesn't mean because they're negative today that they can't contract the virus tomorrow. So unless you're testing
Right.
somebody every single day, you know, so I mean, are these guys getting tested every single match? Like every time they wrestle, are they going to get tested? And that's a slap in the face too, because this is the problem I have with the testing. Because a lot of the governors are complaining that there's not enough tests. But meanwhile, Joe Rogan, who's doing his podcast, he's getting tested. He says he's getting tested all
I'm
the
upset.
time.
I'm
He
actually
says,
upset. I'm actually upset about that one. Tell you the truth.
yeah, he's saying that he's getting tested all the time, and everyone that's on his show is getting tested all the time. So if Vince is testing everyone if he's testing everyone every time they wrestle, then that's kind of fucked up. Because what about all these other people who even have symptoms and sometimes they can't even get the test? So again, it's like a slap in the face to the rest of the country how they're prioritizing the rich people or whatever, or the people who are well connected. I can see the president getting tested all the time, and and the people up on the coronavirus task force, all those guys, the doctors, the medical team, whatever. I get that. That's different. But all these athletes and stuff, man, it's freaking BS, bro. It's
Yeah.
BS.
The Joe Rogan one got me specifically upset because I'm like, bro, you're not do not do that face to face. I mean, especially when you have the chance to do it. What if your job can allow you to do a video to video? Why even risk you know what I'm saying? So I disagree with Joe Rogan on this one big time. But you know, look, Vince is putting on a show. I get that. And like if you said what he said, he's doing the controlled environment, but like you said, if he has to put, 1-on-one and get tested every day, and then even Roman Reigns, who like, I mean, is it really worth all this? Can't we just take a few, like, can't we just show repeats of WrestleMania? I don't know.
I don't know, man. But Vince is like probably one of the best businessmen around because even amidst all of this that's going on around him, he's still able to pull it off and have shows.
Well, bro, you got
That's
to think
that's
this is
crazy. That's
this is
crazy.
a guy who allowed his daughter to get chanted whore in every stadium across America
Oh, D Styles on now. Let him
for a
know.
profit.
What's up, D
What's up,
Style?
Can you
Lisa?
guys hear me?
I can, yes.
Oh, you
I
can't come
apologize
out.
for the sound. I'm driving right now, but
That's
You
all
got
right.
you can't come in here without a face picture, man. Get the fuck.
Yeah, he's driving. He's driving. Leave him alone. Leave him alone.
Yeah, but I get criticized for being fat and stuff. You got to get judged on your look too.
D Styles a Mac. You can't make fun of D Style. Don't worry about it.
What's up, D?
What's going on? So,
all
uh, how
right.
do you how do you think they're pulling this off, D Style? Uh oh.
D Styles getting pulled over.
It sounds kind of choppy.
I'm sorry, you. I'm sorry, sir. Are you talking on the phone without a mask on?
Yeah, I think.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Driving, it is what it is. But let me ask you guys a question, right?
Yeah. Uh uh uh
Yo,
oh.
D Style, let me answer your question.
Uh oh. Sounds. Can't really hear him that well.
That well, I don't hear him.
Yeah. Can't hear him. That's what sucks when you're driving.
Yo, he's he said, "Let me ask you guys a question." Bing, bing, bing. You go. I can't
Yeah.
hear him that well. You can't hear him at all. What the
Can't
fuck you
hear him.
talking about?
Can't hear him. Cannot hear him.
Yo, baby, you're one of the funniest guys I ever met. Ming, Ming, Ming. I can't hear you though. It's like there's nothing to hear.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Beef, there's a subject I want to bring up, bro. I got the battery in my bag, bro.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, so you know, I've been talking. I've been talking. It's not only today. It's a few people. How Lomachenko is considered that great, and is it racist that he's a white boxer and he's got this kind of opportunity? All right, number one, like Lomachenko from day one, a two-time Olympic champion, stated in his rules he wanted to fight a 12-round fight in his second fight. Champion fight already. A lot of boxers go from 4 rounds, 6 round. If you ever look up a boxer's record on BoxRec, it usually goes from 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. Lomachenko said, "I want 12 rounders from the get go." His first fight happens, he wins. His second fight happens against Orlando Salido, one of the best boxers in the game that knows how to play the game. Orlando Salido beats him. Yes, it's a dirty fight, but salute to Salido. He did win that fight. Lomachenko does have a loss. His third fight is against Gary Russell Jr., who I think was 22-0 or 23, whatever he was, and he beats Gary. He beats Guillermo Rigondeaux. Lomachenko is, yes, he is one of the best right now. He is. And it's not a racist shit. He, but he has 10 fights, so everybody wants to create him as the great white height. No, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Because he negotiated his contract into fighting 12 round championships on his third fight, and then he beats Gary Russell, he beats Guillermo Riga. Now he's so yes, Lomachenko deserves all the credit he has in the world. I'm Puerto Rican. I'm saying this. That's a beef. I wanted to get that off my chest.
Okay, so are we going to segue into this topic? What Devin Haney said on Twitter when asked about Lomachenko.
What? Oh, that he said that he would never
They
lose to a
had,
white boxer.
yep, he said 10 out of 10 times I'll beat a white boy. That's what he said.
Can I read what Raging Babe said?
Yeah, read what Raging Babe said.
All right, I'm gonna pull it up on Twitter real quick. So just can you talk while I bring it up?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
No, so you.
so
Yeah,
so this was like a similar thing that what Bernard Hopkins said about Joe Calzaghe.
I got it. I got it. Okay,
Okay, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Imagine a white or Hispanic fighter saying what Haney said about black fighters. The double standards are real and disgusting. There's no room for any. It's uncalled for. Our beloved sport has enough goddamn issues. Now, you know, and this era is diluted. The talk on social media is silly, borderline remedial. The frauding is at an all-time low. And I said what I said. Sugar Ray Robinson lost to a few white fighters. Hashtag boxing. Now, like, when I was talking to Brian, he brought up, shout out to Brian Pryor. Yo, I don't actually. Well, fuck it. I'm going to put you on blast. If you got a problem with me doing this, then you call. He's like, boxing is racist, bro. And I'm like, yo, that's true. Because what if Caleb Plant said? But then I told him, well, he said, what if Caleb Plant said, I could never lose to a black fighter? And I said, actually, that might. You prove my point. That might actually cause some controversy. But I get his point, though. I mean, boxing's always been. If I'm Puerto Rican and Brian is black, and we go to a fight and we see Cotto versus Floyd, I'm going to be voting for Cotto. He's going to be going for Floyd, and you know, we're still going to be friends at the end of the day. So I don't know. Is what he said really that racist?
Um, it kind of is because I'll tell you why. What's the definition of racism? Really, there's a difference between racism and there's a difference between bigotry. Racism is when one race thinks they're superior to another race. So essentially, what Haney's saying is because because he's because he's black, that he's just a superior fighter to anyone who's white. If you think about it, isn't that what the definition of racism is?
Well, let's not forget too that Bernard Hopkins stomped on the Puerto Rican flag. That's pretty racist to me.
Yeah. The problem is we all know if it was a white fighter saying it about black fighters, he would get destroyed. And Raging Babe said the same thing. She said, "What if a Hispanic fighter, or if a white fighter said that about a black fighter?"
So let me do this right here. Brian Pryor, if you disagree with me and B right now, what we're saying, come on the show. You agree, B? Would
Um,
would you allow him on the show?
yeah, I'd let him. I'd let him on the show. I mean, I don't really care that he said it. It doesn't bother me. But I just know that it would be double standards if a white fighter said it about a black fighter. We have to be honest about that.
Oh, like I said, when I was speaking to him, he said, "Imagine if Caleb Plant said that, then it would have been." I was like, "No,
You
actually,
remember?
use
Do you
my point."
remember when Danny Garcia, who's his father, Angel
Yeah,
Garcia, he's Puerto Rican, right?
said nigga. Yeah,
Yeah, he dropped the N word, right? And then everyone went nuts on him. But you know as well as I do, especially in New York,
It was hood. It
it's
was hood talk.
a lot of Puerto Ricans are allowed to use the N word. Fat Joe uses it all the time. Nobody says nothing.
When it comes to Latino MCs, ain't no bigger. Who gonna tell me I
Big,
can say nigga, nigga,
big,
nigga, 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 bitch, yo?
big pun used to drop the N word, right? But then Angel Garcia drops the N word, and everyone just jumps all over him.
I might catch backlash for that. But you know what? When I used to do my battle rap show, and I use the word, you know,
I
I'm
mean,
probably
I
I'm
mean,
probably gonna catch a little backlash here. I didn't realize outside of New York they do get mad at Spanish people using that. I didn't realize that.
when I was in New York, right, they call me the N word. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just how New York people are, man. They drop the N word like it's just
It's a
like
bad habit.
it's a
Yeah,
normal part of their language, man.
yeah,
They call everybody the N word. So, but it's funny because yeah, you're right. But even here though, Puerto Ricans use the N word here.
yeah.
New Jersey, I think it's an East Coast thing. I think it's an East Coast thing.
I think in the East Coast. I remember when I was doing battle rap arena, I used to get comments though. How is Jesse allowed to use the N word? I'm like, I was like, oh shit, because I never ran into it before. You know,
Yeah.
my school was 95% black. You know, and
Let's see if we can get D Style back on. D Style, are you live? Can you talk?
Let's do the mic check first. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I
yeah,
can hear you.
hey,
I can hear you. I can hear you.
All right. I know. I know. Rican wants me to show my face and all that. I know my handsome guy. Everybody wants to check me out. It is what it is. But
I
so
think
check it out. Okay.
I think Regan got a crush on you.
Yeah, yeah. I know. Like, you got to show your face. Like, chill, bro. Chill. But in all seriousness, look, the WWE thing. Everyone brings it up. Like, how could that be essential? What? But why? Let me just ask you guys a serious question. Are people outraged that it's considered essential because we know we don't need it, and other people are without work, and so it's just like a morally wrong thing? Or do people really believe that WWE doing what they're doing is putting everybody at risk? Like they're putting everybody's health is at imminent risk because they're doing what they're doing.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm one of the people that think what we're doing right now is too much. So I don't really care that the WWE is doing what they're doing. I just find it weird that they're allowed to do it and a lot of other people aren't. You know what the big problem with me is? The determination of what's essential and what's not essential.
yeah,
That's the problem I have. Like I think that they closed a lot of places down that probably could have been open, and they left a lot of places open that are
Gotcha.
I would think would be put in the same category as some of these places that are closed. So I guess
I
it's
think we should have two categories.
I guess it's a double
They should have
standard.
the essential. Well, they should have an essential category,
Yeah,
and then there should be a
like a non-dangerous category, or a non-susceptible category or something. I think his mic went out again.
yeah. His mic and his
Well,
face is horrible.
because
You don't
he's
want
driving.
both of them.
Because he's driving. I think it's because he's driving.
Don't make excuses for him.
He's driving. He's driving.
Don't make excuses for him.
So he brings up a good point. I guess the word essential really is irrelevant. I think it should be more on the lines of like susceptible or
I think I cut off there. I hit a dead zone, but can you hear me now?
yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah, you bring up a good point because it's all about
People are just angry like that. Oh, they know people that got laid off, and here's the WWE allowed to like. If that's why you're upset, I mean, I think it's a trivial reason. This is a
Yo, D,
multi-billion-dollar company. They're testing all the wrestlers. They're not going to cause like a huge pandemic in Florida or something like that. You know what I mean?
yo,
If
D,
anything,
can you,
opening up the beaches is far more dangerous.
yeah. You open up the
yo,
beaches. This
D,
guy.
yo, D, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Jesse. All right. I think it's the fact that people think that Vince just put the money in politics, and yeah, this shit is kind of bullshit, bro. When people are getting laid off left and right, and entertainment movies are not getting put on, and you're gonna say that, and Broadway's pushed back to June, but you're gonna deem yourself as essential. At what point are you essential?
Yeah, but that's not what I'm arguing. What I'm saying is, we all
But
know that wrestling is not essential.
answer my question, bro. At what point is he essential?
It's not.
Okay,
Like everyone knows, we don't need professional wrestling. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay. So
my question is, however,
that is what
I
everybody's
know
mad
why
at.
people are mad. It's not causing. Is it causing like harm to the public that they're doing what they're doing?
Probably not.
No, it's the fact that he gets away with the bullshit of putting as being passed as essential when there's businesses out there like in my building, they're giving physical therapy a hard time, and then WWE gets a fucking pass because of what,
Well,
bro?
here's the problem too. They're telling people they can't get their teeth looked at. You can't get your eyes looked at. What if you freaking you got a fucking toothache right now and your tooth is killing you? How do you get your tooth pulled? That's
exactly.
Let me kind of phrase it in a different way, right?
Go ahead.
People are upset because there's a double standard. I get that.
100%.
Right? I understand that.
100%.
But if they shut down WWE tomorrow, what are people going to get out of it? What do you get out of it? You don't get anything out of it. People at home just have one less thing to watch. That's all.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I don't think it's all right. I get what you're saying. I gotta think it over.
I just think like people are like, I'm suffering, or I know someone that got laid off, so I want everyone to hurt. I want every business to get shut down.
No. I mean, it's not that.
Like 20 professional wrestlers lost their jobs yesterday.
Well,
it's not that. I'm sorry. Can I say something real quick?
Go ahead. Hurry up.
It's not that I want everyone to hurt. It's just that why it bothers me that you're getting this treatment just because you're friends with the president.
Well, you can't really prove that, but that's a fair point.
I think that's I'm not saying I even disagree with that. I mean, but I think where the wall hits is this, right? Regardless of why they're getting the special treatment, we all know it's money. Everybody knows that. But at the end of the day,
he's good friends with Trump. Everybody knows that too.
Well, I understand he's good friends with Trump, right? I think his wife worked in his administration, everything. You want to confirm?
But
that's my
Trump
concern.
Trump was a couple WrestleManias. Vince put money in his campaign. They're well-known good friends.
Dana White's friends with Trump. You couldn't get a show going. It's not like just by default for Trump you get a show. It's not the works. It may help you. What I want everybody to understand is take a step. Like everyone just take a step back. I understand the outrage that's considered essential, but ask yourself: is it hurting anybody that it's essential? Is it doing anything?
No, but here's an example. You work at a company and you have a coworker that works at a company, and your coworker is allowed to come and go as he pleases, but you have to be on time. Now, by your coworker coming and going as he pleases, and you coming in on time, does that really hurt the business? No, but it's a double standard because you're sitting there saying, why do I have to follow a schedule and this guy doesn't have to follow a schedule? So anytime someone's not allowed to do something and someone else is, then there's a resentment that's going to kick in. Like, for instance, you have liquor stores that are deemed essential, but you can't.
They sell water.
But you can't. But the gun shops are closed down. The dentists are closed down. You can't even go in and get a doctor's appointment. If you want to get a knee replacement,
hey, you know what else?
Well, let me finish. If you want to get a knee replacement, right? If you want to get a knee replacement right now, and your knee is killing you, you're not going to be able to get that knee replacement. So that's the thing, because there's other things out there that are much more essential than the WWE, but they're shut down.
Right.
Now,
Yeah,
Like I understand that they're more
who knows?
essential, and
let him finish. Let him finish. Go ahead. Go ahead,
Okay,
Eric.
I'm sorry.
I'm not. Well, I'm not arguing against. I agree with everything you say, right? As far as the liquor stores, you can make some hand sanitizer with vodka too, so it's really essential that they stay open.
Well,
You know what I mean?
well, they sell
But
what they sell water too.
Yeah, so
They
does
sell water.
regular supermarkets, Jesse.
that
Cut it out.
water, one shot of tequila like a week is good for your health. I don't know if you know that. You know what I mean? But
Okay.
And plus, I didn't know if you guys know this. If if an alcoholic is dying, he could die from a seizure, so he needs that liquor. No.
absolutely, there are some people that they've been drinking so much that they got to keep drinking. You know what I mean? Believe it or not. But in all seriousness, I mean, what I want people to kind of understand is the following, and I get everything you're saying, B, but people are outraged because of the double standard. It's not, but the whole point of everything we're doing is for people's public health, right? Like a massage parlor, if every massage parlor is allowed to stay open because they're essential, we can't really monitor that. Like it's hard to monitor that. You know, WWE, you could easily monitor that. It's a performers every week. It's a safe charge. It's a facility. You can manage that, and they're not going to cause an outbreak doing what they're doing. Whereas some of these other essential businesses, you're going to have a harder time arguing that. Now, I'm just coming up with this on the fly. Imagine what one of their well-paid lawyers are coming up with. You know what I mean? I think an argument they may have used for essential is that they're help.
Uh-oh. He hit a dead zone again. But I think the point he's trying to make is, if we look past the essential and we look past and we look at it as, is it safe or not safe? Are you in a communicable environment where you can transmit the virus? And from that standpoint, I think the way they have it set up over there, that they're under control, where it's not a real contagious environment over there.
Yo, Beeb, I'm going to help out your channel personally.
Go ahead.
I'm going to give myself a shout out on this one myself too. Send me the first 20 the first 20 reasons why WWE should seem essential, and then me and you look it up, and I'll give the winner $40 out of my own pocket.
So what do they got to do? They got to come up with 20 reasons.
No. The first 20 people that reply, we're gonna look at them, and the person that comes up with the best one, that means you read on the air,
Okay.
I'll give them 40 out of my own pocket.
Okay.
You like that?
Yeah, it's a good idea. First 20 people.
So they have to write to you or me,
Okay. Okay.
and then, well, hold on. Should we do? Why is it deemed essential, or was it deemed not essential, and then we choose the best between?
No, why is it essential?
Why is it essential?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'll give them $40 out of my own pocket.
All right, that's if you want.
Yeah, to get me some more, but they have to follow me.
They have to follow you on Twitter.
Yeah,
Okay. Tell them what your Twitter is. Oh, you got it
Jesse
there.
Rican one.
Jesse Rican one. Okay. You finally put it up there from the last time. You didn't have it up there before.
Cause you schooled me, brother. You schooled.
Schooled you. Yeah. So I guess if you look at it that way, whether it's a safe environment where they can't pass on the virus or pass on the disease, from that standpoint, I think these styles got a good argument. And if you look at it that way, but it's not really framed that way in the public. It's either essential or non-essential.
Right.
So
I think we can end it. Should we end the show here?
Yeah, I think we covered everything, man. I think we covered everything. But this fucking phone keeps going off all the time.
Hold on. So hold on. This is what we're gonna do. It's gonna be 2 weeks. In two
Okay.
weeks,
Okay.
give us your best answers on why WWE should be deemed essential, and you DM it to me and B, and the winner will get 40 out of my own pocket.
All right.
Is that cool with you, B?
That's good enough, bro. All right, brother. It's a good show, man. It's a good topic. A lot of interesting topics. I wish D Stock could have came on, but I guess he was driving, so it is what it is. But until next time, guys, we'll be doing more of these shows. So make sure you check us out. Make sure you join the membership, and you can choose any video you want. You can come on here
Yo, B,
live.
B, one more time though before you leave, bro.
What?
Why, why, why don't you like the Rocky movie?
Adrian's one of the most non-supportive bitches I've ever seen in my life. You can't win, Rock. You can't win, Rock. I want you to retire, Rock. Meanwhile, she screwed up his whole training camp for Rocky 2. He had the worst training camp. He has the worst training camp of his career in that fight, and she's lucky that he won, because it would have been his fault. It would have been her fault if he lost. It would have been her fault if he lost, man.
Oh shit.
All right, guys, we're out of here. Thanks for tuning in, and make sure you join the premier membership. Click on the link and join and support the channel, guys. Thank you so much. Have a great night.
Yo, B, I love you, bro.